everyone! Welcome back for another exciting school year. My name is Mrs. Bauer and I am an 8th grade math teacher and your math teacher for this year. I wanted to take some time today to introduce myself to you before we begin our classes. As I mentioned, I'm Mrs. Bauer, or Mrs. B if you would like. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself and my family. My husband works driving trains, which makes for some super cool conversations. I have 3 wonderful stepchildren, Victor and twins Lily and Logan. In the summers, we love to go to the pool as much as the weather will possibly allow. And hopefully, we'll get to get a few more trips into the pool here before summer ends. One of my favorite things to do is to be outside. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm doing anything particular. I just love to be out in the warm sun. It just so happens that as a teacher, I end up being outside mostly in the summer, so that allows for some super cool activities. I live about an hour east of Pittsburgh. If you're familiar with the exits on the turnpike, I live about 3 miles from the new Stanton exit. Being so close to Pittsburgh, that means that one of our favorite summer pastimes, and Halloween times actually, is heading to the historic amusement park, Kennywood. Also not far from where I live is a beautiful place called Ohio Pile. It is by far my favorite place to go in the summer. The Youghiogheny River flows right through the town, and it even creates a pretty decent-sized waterfall along its way. The river creates some of the most gorgeous scenery and is home to many fun activities. Some of these activities include swimming, biking along the Great Allegheny Passage Trail, hiking up and down the many different trails through the mountains, and canoeing along the river. We love to stop and take pictures, as I'm sure you can tell, and stop to have picnics wherever we can find a place. Other than Ohio Pal, I have been skiing at Snowshoe and whitewater rafting on the New River down in West Virginia. A life goal of mine is to travel to as many places as possible that I have never been to before. Even though I'm just beginning my adventures with this goal, I have been to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side and Washington, D.C. D.C. is by far my favorite place to go. I've been there 3 times and already I can't get enough of it. It has been killing me that I haven't been able to get there since back in 2016, and I just cannot wait to go again. Aside from the outdoors, I'm also a big hockey fan. Being from the western side of the state, I am naturally a Penguins fan. I love going to the games, and I even had the opportunity to make it to a few playoff games and even a Stanley Cup final game. What an experience that was. And I also made it to the very first Winter Classic game that was hosted here in Pittsburgh. My favorite holidays are actually Halloween and Christmas. I love getting into the holiday spirit, decorating, and baking. I absolutely love going to haunted houses around Halloween time, but mostly I just love getting together with my family and celebrating. Lastly, I would like to introduce you to someone that may be a frequent guest in our classroom, my cat. This crazy kitty loves to climb up into my lap while I'm working on my computer, so don't be surprised if you see a little kitty tail or ears poking up on the camera. She's super snuggly, and I just cannot help but let her in my lap. But if you ever have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me or schedule a time to meet with me at any time. My schedule is posted in our Blackboard room under teacher information, so this way you'll know when I'm in class and when I'm available to meet. I love to make math fun, and I can't wait for us to get started together.